Katie Gabley. I'm here in Hanoi, Vietnam. We are traveling as a family for a couple of months, and I am filming on my hotel floor right now. So bear with me, the background is a little different than usual, but it's been about 3.5 or 4 weeks that we've been here, and I haven't done any creating. So I feel like it is time to do some collage work, and I'm excited about it. So I'm pulling out my travel art kit, which I filmed a video on last week. You can see it here, just click above. And just pulling out some supplies, and I'm going to be working in my little watercolor journal that I have here. And pulling out a bunch of supplies, and I have to admit, I have gotten a couple new art supplies. There's been some pretty good stationery stores here in Vietnam. So I was able to buy some new washi tape, and I got a couple new pens, and it's just been really fun to kind of see what they have here. I've had to shift my creative focus while being here because this first month in Vietnam, we spent most of our time up in the northern region of Hà Giang, which is primarily a tea growing region, and my husband is doing some work up there trying to promote the tea farmers and their amazing tea that they grow here with the ancient trees. So check that out. I'll link his website below to find some more information. But it's just been fun to switch gears and put my photography cap back on. I used to dabble in photography quite a bit, so it felt good to get back behind the lens and take some pictures. I'm just going to start with my watercolor crayons here. I brought these because I knew they would be an easy thing to travel with and not very messy. And then I just poured a little bit of water in a cup here, and that's kind of getting these activated and creating my first layer. More and more, I'm using watercolor as my background, more of a foundation, because I just really like how it looks, and it's easy to use, and it's very light and delicate against anything else I put on top of it. So I just brought a yellow, blue, and red crayon, thinking those are the only colors I really need. I can make some orange, I can make purple, I can make green with all of those. So far it's worked out well. And as usual, I'm just kind of going right at it, not thinking too much about this. I've been itching to do some creative work for a while now, and so I'm glad to have some time to get to this. I've already felt so inspired here by just being in a different environment, different place, different people, different dress, different foods. Everything is quite different, but my family and I are just loving it here, and being submersed into something so different, a different culture, is really, really important to us. So I've been kind of just collecting all these moments and memories, and I'm excited now to get some artwork out of it. I would love to know if any of you all have done any traveling lately, and where have you gone, any favorite places? Do you tend to bring some art materials with you as well? I realized quickly into our trip, even when we were staying up in the villages, there's plenty of shops that had good amount of art supplies, just, you know, pens, pencils, paintbrushes, lots of journals. So I probably could have come on this trip without bringing any of my own stuff. It's nice to see that you can get some decent art supplies wherever you go, especially these days. So still at this point, I don't quite know where I'm going with this, but that's the fun of it, right? I've been thinking a lot about how art and travel are so similar. The practice of making artwork and the practice of going out into the world both bring plenty of unknowns, a lot of fear, a lot of excitement, and all these types of thoughts are percolating, and looking forward to getting the words out and onto my blog, because I think there's a lot to be said about the parallels between art making and travel. So stay tuned to that. If you haven't already, please check out my website, because I do update it regularly with new blog posts. I'll link that below. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love for you to join me, especially now as I'm traveling and making art and kind of in this in-between state for the year of not quite knowing or having a clear vision of what my year is looking like due to these kind of last-minute travel happenings that have come our way, which is a good thing. But I'm kind of just going with the flow here and seeing what comes this year rather than having a structured plan in place. I think it's good for me. So after we are done spending time in Hanoi here, we are going to go to Haiyan and then Ho Chi Minh City for a little bit, and then we're going to be off to Thailand. So I'm looking forward to seeing kind of what different places bring and how I feel inspired by different places, different locations, different environments, different people. It feels so good to just get out of my daily routine and out and into the world and just seeing different perspectives. It's always helpful and inspirational for me. This piece of paper below that I'm coloring with markers, I've been collecting as we've been staying at different hotels, and they always have a little bit of paper there to take notes, so I've been collecting that as we go. We've stayed in so many different hotels and even bungalows that were not air conditioned, and slept with mosquito nets. We've certainly seen it all in the last couple weeks here. But we're happy to be back at what we're calling our home base in Hanoi, at a hotel called La Siesta. It's become kind of our home away from home. We've become friends with the staff members, and they've taken really good care of us. So thank you, La Siesta. All right, so I'm just making my own collage paper here, tearing up some of those colored pieces, and then I also got some graph paper here today. And I'm just gonna use my glue roller and stick these on. This isn't super accurate, this glue roller, so I kind of just am gonna wing it here. It's kind of nice not having that control so much, where I just have to work with what I got. I am finding already, being outside of the studio, my studio in North Carolina, where I have, everything at my fingertips, art material wise, and it's been nice not having as many things in a way, because it's forced me to be more creative. It's just one of those lessons of less is more. And when we get so used to all the things we have around us, it's like we just don't think as much, or we just kind of go into a routine, where here I've just had to adapt and kind of think outside the box and figure out what I can do with what materials. That's a lesson also that I've learned from my daughter, who can just have a few different things in her hands, or find different things out in nature and really make a project out of it. She's been enjoying, as we're staying at these hotels, collecting the shower caps and the sewing kits that come free in each room, and using them to create all sorts of stuff. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward the video a little bit, give you guys a little bit of music, and I'll be back here in a second. Alright, and as I am finishing up this page, I just want to thank you all for watching. The next couple weeks, I've been trying to post a new video every week, but because we are traveling, it's been a little bit hard to manage that schedule. So just bear with me, but videos will continue to be coming, and I am excited to continue to share some updates as we're traveling. And again, thank you for being here. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And as always, please reach out in the comments below, say hello, introduce yourself, and let me know about your art journaling practice as well. I would love to hear from you. Cheers, everyone.